Hey all, this is my modified Clod Buster. I've had this Clod Buster for a really long time and it hadn't been running well. The original design kind of was a little long in the tooth. So I took the opportunity to rebuild it recently. What it has is a new chassis that was just released by Crawford Performance Engineering. This is the Terminator short wheelbase chassis. The wheelbase is, I think, 11, well, officially 11 3/4, but really came out more 11.5. So a little bit longer than the Clod Buster's original wheelbase, which is like 10.5. And I actually think it fits better with the body. Also allows it to handle better. It has built-in anti-roll bars and, of course, a much more active suspension system. And it uses servos front and rear for steering. So the only issue I had with this new chassis from Crawford Performance Engineering is that I don't think they did enough testing on it. The issue is that the, let me see if I can show you here. It's short enough that unless you make some modifications, the tires actually hit your shocks when turning. All right, because I think, you know, the longer wheelbase Terminator sets the tires a lot further back and forward on the truck. So that was kind of an issue, and I used the behind the axle steering kit, which unfortunately didn't work with this chassis either. I had to make some modifications. Let me show you that. So I've got the servo back here, but I had to make some modifications because the bar that actually the kit comes with hit the shocks as well. So I'm not sure I'm recommending these kits, but I may do. I did let Crawford Performance Engineering know that there were some issues with compatibility, but in the end I got it to work. I'm running dual 15-turn brushed motors on an electronic speed control, and like I said, I've got dual servos as opposed to the original kind of gimped single servo in the center of the chassis. And I'm going to show you this just driving around a little bit. I have not done a speed test on it yet, so I can't tell you exactly how fast it goes, but I think you'll see it's fairly fast. The dual 15-turn brushed motors are probably a bit much for the electronic speed control. That's kind of the equivalent of a 7.5-turn brushed motor, if that even exists, I'm not sure. So we'll see if I kind of blow out this speed control over time. One last thing I'm going to show you is that I actually incorporated a axial lighting kit into this body. So I've got the headlights, and I kind of got these fog lights set up where I used the axial kit and kind of just this is a light bar that the kit comes with, and I even have some lights in the rear. This is kind of, it looks a little silly, but basically I reamed a hole out of these, and it looks a lot better at night when you see I got red LEDs stuck up here behind the body. During the day it really doesn't do much, but I'm a big fan of lighting on trucks. I think it makes them look more interesting, particularly when it's dark. So I'm going to just show you this running around. Oh, I guess one last thing I should mention, of course, it does have a lithium ion pack. That's a 2S pack. So you still get pretty good run times despite the dual motors. And I'm using Duratrax shocks. Those are off their 835B gas 1/8 scale car, buggy, and they work really well on this kit and provide really, really good dampening and action. I really like how they work out. All right, so I'm going to show this to you in action.